The world we inhabit is increasingly defined by its fluidity. The geopolitical landscape has become increasingly multipolar. Alliances are shifting, rivalries are intensifying. The ability to anticipate and respond to these changes is critical. The year 2024 marks a critical juncture in global affairs. The G0 world describes a global order devoid of leadership. This power vacuum has created a sense of uncertainty and unpredictability. The ability to navigate this complex web of relationships is paramount. Compounding the challenges of the G0 world is the alarming erosion of trust. The rise of disinformation poses a particularly insidious threat. Addressing this crisis of trust requires a multi-pronged approach. It necessitates a renewed commitment to transparency and ethical leadership. The G0 world is defined by the increasing weaponization of interdependence. Economic leverage and control over critical resources are tools of coercion. This trend has contributed to a state of geopolitical recession. Navigating this terrain requires a renewed commitment to diplomacy and multilateralism. The persistence of inflation. A looming threat. Inflation is proving far more persistent and entrenched than anticipated. Central banks must balance the need to curb inflation with the risk of recession. Navigating this inflationary environment requires careful economic management. Navigating the critical minerals maze. The race for critical minerals is a new geopolitical battleground. This scramble is reshaping geopolitical alliances and creating new points of friction. Navigating this maze requires innovation, international cooperation, and responsible mining practices. National policy shifts and economic disruption. The global economy is grappling with the ripple effects of nationalistic policies. This shift carries significant risks, potentially undermining the rules-based trading system. It could lead to a fragmentation of the global economy and stifle innovation. The China conundrum. No recovery in sight. China is facing challenges that are casting a long shadow over its economic prospects. The much anticipated robust recovery has failed to materialize. China's economic performance will have profound implications for the global outlook. Ungoverned AIs, a double-edged sword. AI stands as one of the most transformative technologies of our time. The challenge lies in harnessing AI for good, while mitigating its potential harms. Addressing the ethical dilemmas posed by AI is crucial. Section 2. The Disinformation Dilemma. AI as a weapon of mass deception. The digital age has ushered in an era of information abundance, but this abundance comes at a price: the proliferation of misinformation and disinformation. The advent of AI threatens to exacerbate this problem, making it easier and cheaper to create and disseminate convincing disinformation at an unprecedented scale and speed. Picture deepfake videos, so realistic that they can convincingly portray individuals saying or doing things they never did, eroding trust in public figures and institutions alike. The implications for democracy, social cohesion, and global stability are profound. Section 3. The need for agile governance in a fast-paced technological landscape. The rapid pace of technological advancement, particularly in the realm of AI, poses a significant challenge for traditional governance models. Regulatory frameworks, often designed for a slower-moving world, struggle to keep pace with the speed and complexity of technological change. This lag creates a dangerous gap, allowing risks to emerge and proliferate before effective safeguards can be put in place. The traditional approach to regulation, characterized by lengthy rulemaking processes and static guidelines, is ill-suited to the dynamic nature of AI. By the time regulations are enacted, the technology they aim to govern may have already evolved, rendering them outdated or ineffective. This mismatch necessitates a shift towards more agile and adaptive governance models. Agile governance emphasizes flexibility, iteration, and collaboration. It involves continuous monitoring of technological advancements, anticipating potential risks, and adapting regulations accordingly. It encourages experimentation and learning, creating sandboxes where new technologies can be tested in controlled environments before widespread deployment. And it fosters collaboration between governments, industry, and civil society, recognizing that effective governance requires a multi-stakeholder approach. Embracing agile governance is essential to harness the transformative potential of AI while mitigating its risks. This will require a willingness to challenge existing assumptions, experiment with new approaches, and foster a culture of continuous learning and adaptation. The stakes are high, but the potential rewards in terms of economic prosperity, social progress, and global security are immeasurable. Section 1. Ukraine. A nation partitioned, a conflict unresolved. The war in Ukraine, now in its second year, has become a tragic testament to the fragility of peace in the 21st century. Despite valiant efforts and international support, the conflict has reached a stalemate. Ukraine faces a grim reality, a de facto partitioned nation, bearing the scars of war. Initial international support was crucial, but cracks are emerging. The US and Europe grapple with internal issues, testing their commitment. Russia, despite setbacks, shows no signs of relenting. Putin bets on waning Western resolve to solidify Russia's gains. The likely scenario is a protracted conflict with no clear victors. Ukraine will remain divided, grappling with war's scars for generations. Section 2. Middle East, on the brink. A powder keg of unresolved grievances. The Middle East, long accustomed to conflict, teeters on the brink once again. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict has erupted with a ferocity not seen in decades, shattering hopes of a two-state solution. Sparked by Israeli expansionism and Palestinian despair, the conflict exposes deep-seated grievances. Shifting alliances and power dynamics, with Iran asserting influence, complicate the situation. The risk of escalation is palpable. Israel, facing rocket attacks, aims to crush Hamas, risking civilian casualties. Hamas, emboldened, fights on with ideology and desperation. The international community struggles to respond effectively. The US, Israel's ally, seeks to support while urging restraint. The Arab world, wary of wider conflict, offers slow solutions. The risk of a wider regional conflagration is a chilling possibility. Section 3. China's uncertain future. Navigating economic headwinds and political tightening. China, the world's second largest economy, is at a crossroads, facing economic and political challenges that threaten its ambitions. The once unstoppable engine of Chinese growth is sputtering, facing internal and external headwinds. The export-driven model has reached its limits, leaving debt and overcapacity. Politically, China under Xi Jinping has taken an authoritarian turn, consolidating power and cracking down on dissent. The world watches anxiously as China navigates these treacherous waters. Building resilience in a G0 world. The absence of a single dominant global leader presents an opportunity for renewed focus on building resilience. A multipolar world demands a nuanced approach to security, emphasizing diversification and collaboration. Nations must invest in economic diversification and reduce dependence on adversarial states. Strengthening domestic institutions and building resilience against disinformation is crucial. Forging new partnerships to address shared security challenges is essential. Businesses must diversify supply chains and prioritize cybersecurity. Understanding the geopolitical landscape is key to navigating political risks and economic opportunities. Embrace a more interconnected and collaborative approach to security in an uncertain world. The rapid pace of technological advancement, particularly in artificial intelligence, while a source of anxiety for some, presents an unprecedented opportunity to address some of humanity's most pressing challenges. AI has the potential to revolutionize healthcare, accelerate scientific discovery, enhance education, and drive sustainable development. The key lies in harnessing this transformative power responsibly, ensuring that AI is developed and deployed ethically, equitably, and for the benefit of all. In healthcare, AI can be used to improve diagnostics, personalize treatments, and accelerate drug discovery. Imagine AI-powered systems that can analyze medical images with superhuman accuracy, detecting diseases at their earliest stages. Envision AI algorithms that can sift through vast datasets of genetic information to identify personalized treatment options for complex diseases. In education, AI can personalize learning experiences, providing tailored instruction and support to students of all abilities. Imagine AI tutors that can adapt to individual learning styles, providing personalized feedback and guidance. Envision AI-powered platforms that can connect students around the world, fostering cross-cultural understanding and collaboration. In the realm of sustainable development, AI can be used to optimize energy consumption, monitor environmental changes, and develop innovative solutions to climate change. Imagine AI-powered smart grids that can balance energy supply and demand in real time, reducing reliance on fossil fuels. Envision AI-driven precision agriculture that optimizes crop yields while minimizing environmental impact. In a world grappling with complex and interconnected challenges, from climate change and pandemics to nuclear proliferation and cyber warfare, the need for global cooperation and diplomacy has never been more acute. Yet at a time when multilateralism is most needed, we are witnessing a retreat from these very institutions and norms that have underpinned global stability for decades. The temptation to retreat behind national borders, to prioritize narrow self-interests over collective action, is understandable in a world of increasing competition and uncertainty. However, history has taught us time and again that such an approach is ultimately self-defeating. The challenges we face are global in nature, and they demand global solutions. Investing in diplomacy means strengthening existing multilateral institutions, reforming them where necessary to ensure they are fit for purpose in the 21st century. It means fostering dialogue and building trust between nations, even in the face of disagreements. It means seeking common ground on shared challenges and working together to find solutions that benefit all. The path forward in a world beset by risks and uncertainties is not one of isolation and retrenchment, but one of engagement, collaboration, and a renewed commitment to the principles of multilateralism. It is through dialogue, diplomacy, and a shared sense of responsibility for our common future that we can hope to build a more peaceful, prosperous, and sustainable world for generations to come. The global landscape of 2024 presents a complex labyrinth of interconnected risks and opportunities. From geopolitical turmoil to economic uncertainties, from artificial intelligence to the threat of conflict, the challenges are significant and multifaceted. Navigating this requires action, innovation, and challenging the status quo. Disinformation erodes trust, threatening democratic societies. We must bolster media literacy and promote critical thinking. A renewed commitment to transparency and ethical leadership is essential. The challenges we face are daunting, but they are not insurmountable. The G0 world, for all its uncertainties, also presents an opportunity to forge a new, more inclusive and resilient global order. An order that is not reliant on a single hegemon, but is instead built on a foundation of shared responsibility, mutual respect, and a commitment to the peaceful resolution of disputes. Building this future requires a fundamental shift in mindset, from a zero-sum mentality to a recognition that our fates are intertwined. It demands investing in diplomacy, strengthening multilateral institutions, and fostering dialogue and cooperation across ideological divides. It requires addressing the root causes of conflict, from poverty and inequality to political oppression and climate change. It also requires empowering individuals and communities, fostering innovation, and embracing technological advancements that can help us address global challenges. From renewable energy and sustainable agriculture to telemedicine and online education, technology has the potential to be a powerful force for good, if harnessed responsibly and equitably. The path forward will not be easy, and there will be setbacks along the way. But by facing these challenges head-on with courage, creativity, and a shared commitment to a better future, we can navigate the labyrinth of global risks and emerge stronger, more resilient, and more united as a global community. The time for action is now.